Have you ever spent thousands of dollars on marketing and then found yourself wondering whether the problem is with your marketing or your sales team? In this video, we will talk about one simple reason why you keep spending your marketing money on the wrong channels, have conversion issues with your leads, why this keeps happening over and over again, and most importantly, what's the solution. But before that, if we haven't met before, my name is Faiz. I work with roofing companies helping them create brands that grow with clarity. And today I want to talk about the one problem that quietly creates chaos inside your roofing business as you start investing into marketing and sales. The thing is, when you are getting into marketing, you don't have clarity in the beginning, so naturally you try different things. Maybe you run Google ads, maybe you are investing into SEO, maybe you are knocking doors, maybe you are running local service ads, or maybe you are trying referrals because you are looking for answers for what actually works in your area, for your people and for your company, which is fair as well. Now what happens next is that every one of those channels start generating phone calls, and this is the exact point your confusion gets bigger, because some leads are serious, some are not, some fit your brand, some don't, some are ready to buy, some are just gathering quotes, and before you know it, your sales team is spending time talking to people who are not going to become your customers. Now it doesn't just stop here. When you are getting leads from all these different sources and your sales team is trying hard to convert them, something interesting also starts happening. Imagine it's a Friday evening, your marketing agency sends you a report, your sales manager tells you that the leads are bad, your Google Ads guy says that the leads are great, your office manager says that the phone have been ringing all week. Everyone has a data, nobody has an answer to the real problem, which is why you aren't getting any sales even after investing so much in marketing and sales. And that's when you begin questioning your sales team. You think maybe they are not following up properly, maybe my process isn't right, or maybe I need new people. So you hire, you fire, and you retrain. This is what happens with sales. Another possibility is you start doubting your marketing and you think maybe Google ads aren't working for me, maybe SEO isn't working, maybe I need another marketing agency, or maybe I need another lead source. And it becomes such a chaotic loop that now you feel you are being stretched into two opposite directions, as one part of your brain says the problem is with the marketing and the other part says the problem is with my sales. Here is the one root cause to all of this that I promised to tell you in the beginning of this video. See, this isn't a marketing problem, this isn't even a sales problem. 99% of the time for a roofing business, this is a clarity problem, because you are panicking and making decisions without knowing what's actually creating results, without knowing where you should do more in terms of marketing and where it is time to cut the rope loose. Let me give you an example. Let's say Google Ads generated 30 calls for you this month, your SEO generated 10. Now if you are like most roofing owners, you would immediately think Google Ads must be better. But what if the Google Ads calls only turned into 2 jobs while the SEO calls turned into 5? Now I ask you again, which channel deserves more investment? Another example of this could be you sent your door knocking team to the neighborhoods and 20% of the homeowners converted, but the other 80% also had the intent to replace later this year, but you never knew what kind of conversation your guys had with them on phone, so you thought this isn't giving much ROI and abandoned it. Now I ask you again, what would be your decision if you had the right knowledge about your sales and your marketing instead of just having more knowledge? And just like most roofing owners I work with, answering that question confidently is much harder than it sounds. See, this confusion doesn't exist because you are a bad operator, but because you don't have a reliable way to track what's actually happening, so you have the awareness about where to do more and where to do less. Now if you are at this stage of the video, you must be thinking, for my entire life I had been thinking the problem is with my ads, with my sales guys, with me not having the money to take the best coaching or something else, and this guy is saying not having clarity is my real issue. I get you. Think deeply here. The market is full of tools, solutions, and people selling you the solutions. The problem is never that you should do more. The problem is whether you are doing the right things and mirroring the right outcomes. The problem is that you are collecting information without getting clarity. You are looking at activity, not outcomes. You are seeing inquiries, but you don't know where these calls exactly come from, and more importantly, what happens inside these conversations, so you can figure out whether the problem is with the source of the lead or the handler of the lead. And this is where I came across something that caught my attention. A few weeks ago, I started looking into a platform called CallRail, and what interested me wasn't the software itself, it was the question it helps answer. Because if you can track and distinguish the sources from where you get the inquiries, it gives you the context about where to multiply and where to subtract. Not only this, if you are able to record and analyze every conversation that your sales team or your sales guy has with the lead, that can even take things one step further by giving you the knowledge to hire, fire, or retrain your people based on the kind of conversation they have. And this is exactly why I found CallRail interesting. Now, some of you may already be using it, but for those who aren't, the basic idea is simple. Instead of sending every lead through the same phone number, CallRail allows you to assign different tracking numbers to different sources like your website, your Google Ads, your SEO, your billboards, your door-to-door campaigns, and even different sales channels, so you can actually see what's producing calls and what's not. And what I also found is that it doesn't just stop at attribution, it also helps you understand the quality of the conversations happening after the phone rings. Because sometimes the problem isn't your marketing, sometimes the problem is how the opportunity is being handled in your business, and that's a very different decision. Now, I won't turn this into a tutorial video where I actually show you how you can exactly use CallRail in your roofing business, but the purpose of this video is just to help you think and ask questions about your current approach to solving your marketing and your sales problems. If your business is growing, you shouldn't just know how much money is going out, you should also know what's bringing results back in. CallRail also offers a 14-day free trial. I will leave its link in the description below if you would like to test it yourself. Try it for a week or two and see what it reveals about your business. And if you would like me to create a follow-up video showing exactly how I would set up a CallRail account for a roofing business depending on your revenue level, your marketing channels, and your business model, drop a yes in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.